Hi, this is Jim, and this is Call to Battle. I have a clip for you. It was these two women discussing what is the appropriate number of children a person should have. Now, what's the maximum they should have? Now, I saw this on the Candace Owens show, and I want to see what you think about it. And let's see if I can get it to work.
We're talking about the same thing weirdly, how fucking crazy it is to raise so many kids, because we were all asking each other how many kids we want, and I was like 10, and they were like, dude, you're crazy.
Yes.
And
You know what? And you're selfish because not a single one of those kids is going to feel loved enough than the other.
Oh, dude, yes they would.
No.
Maybe
Four
not in your
is
house.
the max where, no.
I got too
You
much love to
cannot
give.
you can't give equal love to 10 kids. There's no shot.
That's pretty pessimistic.
Well, it's the truth.
It's the truth. Yep. There's no way you can give love to 10 kids. Well, the sad part of this, I realize, is this woman has no idea what love is. She is clueless. I mean, I guess she thinks love can only be portioned out. Like if you have 4 kids, they get 25%. And if you have 5, each kid only gets 20%. I guess if you have 10 kids, they only give 10%. That somehow love does not expand. And I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I'm sorry she doesn't understand that. My grandfather is like one of 10. I have a sister-in-law, I think she's one of 12. I'm from a family of one of 6. And let me tell you, it was fantastic. I mean, is there, when you have that many kids, it's a little crazy. Oh, it's big time crazy at time in our house. No doubt about it. But I tell you, there's a benefit of large families. And one is, one of the key thing is you learn very quickly you are not the center of the universe. I mean, when parents are doing everything for their kids, that means everything revolves around the kid. Everything's about him. Everyone's here to serve them. Of course, they grow up being privileged and not that competent. And I tell you, when you're from a big family, wow, you realize that you can't just sit around doing nothing. My mother was a stay-at-home mom, 6 children, 8 of us with mom and dad. And when we were old enough to reach the dials on a washing machine, we learned how to do our own laundry. Why? Because mom was not going to spend her day just doing the clothes for 8 people. No, including my mom and dad, there'd be 8 people. So she taught us how to do it. We learned to be responsible. My mother cooked everything from scratch. I didn't realize how spoiled I was till later when I realized what a great cook my mom was. But my mom taught us all how to cook. She wanted to make sure we knew how to do this stuff. And I mean, that's fantastic to have a mom who's willing to teach you that. But you learn that stuff because we're in a big family. Also, we all had chores every day. And of course, I come back from the day when you had chores that you realized wasn't wrong. It was appropriate. My brothers and I, we took care of the outside and took care of the garbage and stuff like that. My sisters did the cleaning on the inside. That's what we were called to do, and that's what we did, and basically without complaining. Or you could complain, but you're going to do it. It's like, I remember years ago, I was a pastoring and at this church, and went over to my parishioner's house, and his grass was like up to his shins. I'm like, hey, you get your son out here to mow the lawn. He goes, oh, my son doesn't like to mow the lawn. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? You're trying to teach him responsibility. You're trying to teach him work ethic. Why would you not have him do it? Well, he doesn't like to. I mean, I had to laugh. As my kids grew, they'd tell me, like, Dad, I don't like mowing the lawn. And I told them, son, it's okay. You can hate doing the lawn. You have my permission to hate doing the lawn, but you're going to do it. Because as my dad taught us, this is our house. We will take responsibility for our house. It's not mom and dad's job to take care of everything. We all live in this house. We all have responsibility for the house, and we all will take care of this house. And that's what we taught. And my dad kept telling us, I'm trying to teach you work ethic. And it worked. I mean, I have 2 brothers who are incredibly successful. And one reason, we learned work ethic. We learned responsibility at a young age, and we learned that the world does not revolve around us. Because when you have that attitude, you become a very self-centered, selfish person. The whole world is here to please you. You're not thinking about others, you're not caring about others, and you're not going to do for others. But we learned this. So, as we got married, guess what? We knew how to love others. That in a marriage, everything wasn't about us. This came from a big family. And one thing we did extremely well is, we love being together, and the love abounded. There was no time that my mother or father wasn't there for us when we needed them. Anytime we had an issue, they were there. I was extremely close to my mother. And there was never a time she wasn't willing to drop everything for her child or any of her children when they needed her, for an emergency or for just an emotional issue or whatever it was. They were there. But people don't get that if they don't understand love. See, love, I like using the Bible description. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It keeps no record of wrongs. See, love isn't an emotion. See, love is patient. If you go by your emotions, you're never going to be patient. But when you learn that love is an action, love is an action you take, not an emotion, then you start understanding that how to be there for others, how to listen, how to be responsible. And that's what we were taught with our large family. And one thing too is we knew how to have fun. And I'm going to show you a clip. This is from my family. We had a family reunion, partial family reunion. It's hard to get all of us together. I don't know. There's like 20 something of us. All my brothers and sisters were all married. We all have children. And now our children are having children. And when we get together, you talk about this is a house of love. I mean, we rented out a house for a weekend for all 20-something of us. And I mean, that house was flowing with love. We loved being with each other. And this woman, she only have 4. I'm wondering, which 2 of my siblings shouldn't have been born? Which one of my nephews and nieces shouldn't have been born? I mean, it was a phenomenal time. We have a great time together. And I'm really hoping this works. I'm learning all this computer stuff. But it's a thing with my brother. My son made games for us. It was the old generation against the young generation. And this is my son competing against my oldest brother in a fun game that he made up. And I just love the laughter that happens in this, if I can call it up. Hold on.
I need a slingshot.
Taking him out the corner. And Caleb's on the right side. Here he comes. By a light. Uncle Bill is holding on by a light.
He lost his towel. They both lost their towel. Caleb lost his towel. Caleb, go back and get the towel, Caleb. I win. I think.
Okay. I mean, I love that. I love that clip. We just videotape it, the laughter that was going on, the fun that was going on. It was unbelievable. And that's what you get from a large family, that type of joy. And our numbers keep growing and growing. Next year, there's going to be 4 more of us. Matter of fact, 3 more, because 1 has already been born. 3 of my nieces are pregnant, and one just delivered. And my son and his wife is pregnant. So our first grandchild, which we're extremely excited about, my wife and I, 4 more to join us next year. And then there'll probably be more after that and more after that. Before we know it, there's going to be like 50, 60 of us. And that's immediate family. Now, that's my brothers and sisters, their kids, and their kids' kids. That's what you get with a big family. And what a joy it is. And for this person to think that somehow your love is limited, it can only be shared with 4. Well, we shared it with 6. My sister-in-law who has 12, their parents shared it with 12. My grandfather, they shared it with 10. Love extends and abounds and keeps going and going. And I think it's sad this woman doesn't understand how love works. It's an amazing, wonderful thing. Well, that's what I want to share with you this week. I hope you're having a fantastic week. And I will talk to you soon. God bless.